Hey, what's up, guys? Doing another doing a back shout out back to Lamont, dude. That's fucking awesome. Um, Honestly, like I had no intention. Like when I first was thinking about joining in September, fuck, I was fat as fuck. But oh, going on. So when I walked in my recruiter's office, I did a little hunting to see so I didn't get stuck with some job with ABE. You got ABE, no offense, but it's not my like for my liking. But yeah, it's I wanted something fucking awesome or something that I'm gonna like. So I checked out in CB. I really like that, and I also well wanted to check out see one of the jobs from Active Valor. So I saw SB in there, so I'm gonna check it out. Excuse me. But so I walked in my recruiter's office, and he's going over, asking me like, "What's up, man?" Just going over, chill as fuck, awesome dude. So then he's like, "Hey, what are you thinking about going in to for like a job? What I mean for a rate?" And I'm like, I've looked up SB, and he's like, he kind of chuckled a little bit because at that point I was 265, and he's like, "You know how hard that job is to get, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I could work. I mean, right now I plan on dropping a shit ton of weight and trying to get down there." And he's like, "Well, you might want to look into different options because he told me at first I could be down to like 230 and be able to enlist. Not that case. I had to get down to 211 to enlist. I went down to MEPS 2 fucking times, and it was enough for me. But otherwise, yeah, I worked my ass off to get there. And then in December, after I got enlisted in November, he's like, "Hey, we had a couple guys trying out for, one's trying to go SEAL, one's trying to go SWIC, and the other one's going to EOD. So we all had to basically do all the swimming tests so we all could qualify." Yeah, I know that's probably gross. Probably a couple feet above. But, shit. Back to it. So, I got back in and did this shit and blew the fucking test out of the water like a fucking champ. And call it. And the instructor, he's like, "Dude, we want you to do this. We need you to do this." So, at first I was kind of skeptical about doing it. And it took me a little while to sign the papers to say that I wanted to do it. But, I mean, since it's so late right now, it's going to be a little later, so, I mean, like I was talking about in October, but, yeah, shit, in October, it's going to be a while away, but, yeah, he said it, then I got a call from the chief, the local chief, and he's like, "Well, you're probably not going to be put in the 800 division just because you'll be going in as a regular enlisted, not as spec op first." So, I'm fine with that. 800 would be pretty fucking awesome graduating as that because I want to fucking get RPOC or AROC or just get some high S position so I could look like a motherfucking badass right out of the boot camp. Be high righteous boot. But yeah. I could do that. Working my ass off. Funny thing is, my brother's Marine Recon, and man, when he found that out, he was like, "Dude, are you fucking kidding me? You got this?" And he's like, he had he had a whole bunch of doubt in me of getting this, and then he was getting pissed. He's like, "There's no fucking way you could have done that." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I did. I worked my fucking ass off to get this." But yeah, shit, I didn't swim since September before I took that test, and I blew that fucking test out of the water. Like, I thought I was going to be in, like, the 10 minutes. No, that was 8. It was good ass shit. But, yeah, no, I really haven't told my mom about it. I told my dad about it, and my dad's like, "Dude, that is fucking awesome. We got 2 Spec Ops sons. Yeah, it's fucking sweet. Alrighty, so what else? Also, yeah, I mean, my ship date's April 30th. I mean, I didn't really cover a lot in my other videos because there was always some rambling on about some other random bullshit that didn't really matter. But, like, I know a couple of people have family that already have either Army, Navy, Marine, or Air Force. Sorry, not Air Force. I just have a habit of saying Air Force. But, yeah, I mean, my dad wasn't in. I have one uncle that was in he was Army and then went to Air Force. He was one of the PJs. He was a freaking badass. But otherwise, I have on my dad's side, my great uncles. The majority of them were one Navy. He was a nuke, and then the rest were all a bunch of who-was. I mean, Army guys. Just got a habit of saying shit like that. But and then on my mom's side, my grandpa, he was a Marine engineer. Otherwise, I had another great uncle on my mom's side. He was a yeoman, but that was during World War II, so he basically did everything. Not everything, but did a lot of stuff on what do you call it, on the ship. So I mean, he was very well rounded. But for discipline wise, I mean, I'm super disciplined. I mean, I can't wait to go. I mean, I spent a lot of time getting myself ready for this. And fuck, I have 49 days to go, and I'm fucking jacked. I mean, I know I'm gonna miss my 21st, but you know, the plane ride down to Pensacola is gonna be fucking awesome. And the weekend that we graduate, because I believe it's just one day, or depending on the weekend how it goes. Because sometimes I've heard from some people where they have Friday, Saturday, and then they leave Sunday. So Saturday in Chicago will be a blast if I get that. But yeah, I mean, I carry the fucking motto. I mean, I know like a lot of people get a lot of. I mean, the recruiters fill their heads full of shit, of stuff to get them pumped up, but I mean, my recruiter pulled me aside and he's like, Jake, I'm not trying to get you all excited like this and trying saying that, what do you call it, that you're just friggin' awesome, but to tell you the truth, I mean, he's like came to me like straight up heart to heart because he wanted me to get a fucking CB job. He's like, dude, later on down the road, you'll be able to get a CB job. Man, I would love to serve with you because, I mean, you bleed the red, white, and blue. And, I mean, still, sometimes it sounds like he's trying to fill my head full of shit. So, I mean, to keep me high hopes and keep spirits, because that's what recruiters do. And so, well, going through that, I mean, he's like, dude, Jake, I'd love to pass the torch on to you, to guys like you, because I know you're not going to be a shitbagger. You're not going to be one of those guys who sit back and watch the lines and watch the world go by and collect your pay. You're going to actually work to get your dollar. You're not going to show up to work just to be there. You're going to give 100% every single time, because, I mean, I've PT'd with him, and he couldn't keep up with me, and he's like, dude, that's what the Navy's fucking should be all about, is hard-ass motherfuckers. Because the Navy has, he was another thing that he said, ever since the Navy changed their slogan to a global force for good, like, they lost their touch. Otherwise, he's like, you carry the fucking motto. You want to protect and defend this fucking country just because for all the guys who gave their souls and stuff like that for our freedom. But, carrying guidelines of the general orders and the fucking sailor's creed like that. He's like, dude, you got all your shit together and ready to go. I wouldn't doubt you if you kept RPOC and got RPOC during all of boot camp. And he's like, if you get this, I'm gonna be fucking jacked. He's like, I'll personally be there, and I want to be one of the first persons to shake your hands after you graduate. I mean, that just makes me feel fucking good, but then again, for some people that may be like, oh, he's trying to fill your head full of shit. And then you get a lot of other people that just try to doubt you and stuff like that, but honestly, I'm getting past that shit, being like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do this, I'm gonna prove your ass wrong, and I'm gonna show you I'm a fucking badass motherfucker ready to serve his country. That is all. Who yeah. Future Sailor Gessel here, signing off.